Hey, welcome back to the channel. So here we have the sneak peek of the skill and abilities and weapon for the next banner. So starting from the Providence Gundam here, we have the Dragoon system. Look at that. And featured comes equipped with an EX weapon that inflicts defense down 25% on the enemy. Defense down is really good. Like it's a general purpose debuff that everybody can take advantage of, but we already have Force Impulse from the Seed series. I don't know, like I think the Seed, the Force Impulse is from Seed Destiny. This one is from Seed, but I don't know. I think we can bring them together. If we cannot, then yes, he's gonna be important, but if you can bring both Force Impulse and Providence into the same team, then you don't need both. You only need either one, okay? So debuff, considering the debuff, it's not really that important. I mean, like, if you don't have the Force Impulse yet, then you might want to pull for this Providence. If you do want to make an alternative series team from the Seed units, okay, and also has an ability that increases on attack by 15% when HP is 50% or below. It's the tricky requirement, like, because the best requirement is if you need your unit to be at maximum HP, like on full HP, then it's gonna be the best requirement because it's easy to maintain a full HP. Like just put a support defender near your unit and he will be always at full HP. But to be able to maintain your HP in between 50% and 0% is quite hard because in PvE the enemy can sometimes one-shot you. In PvP, you either die too, or and from the very beginning you cannot use this ability, like it's not gonna happen at the very beginning because you have full HP. So that's why this kind of weapon effect is like something that I'm not looking forward to. So yeah, the Providence Gundam is so, but hey, there's a new thing in here. It says here that has boost eligible series and text in Grand Offensive Volume 1. So if you're a newer player and you don't really have that many UR units to begin with, and you're probably gonna struggle in Grand Offensive, then you might want to consider pulling this guy. Otherwise, he is totally optional and not really something that I'm looking forward to. Looking at the featured skills and abilities in here, like he is so, like, he's an average UR unit. So let's take a look at the pilot, Laula Croissant. Okay, and up to 2 support attacks counters. He's a support pilot and he has double support attacks, so that is normal. When piloting Providence Gundam EX increases attack and defense of units in the same squad, bearing the ZAF tag by 5%. So this is nice. I don't know if you can increase the percentage in here, but if you can actually increase the percentage, like I don't know, I don't think you can increase the percentage. Like, this is an ability, right? Like, UR units cannot be upgraded further with SP conversion, so the ability cannot go higher. So it's only 5%, but it is a boost nonetheless. So if you do plan to build a ZAF team, then this pilot gonna be important as your leader. Like 5% is quite big, it's quite big. But the thing is that there are not many ZEF units out there, especially the good ones. So you're gonna struggle building a ZEF team. Like, most of them are SSR units, so you're gonna need to SP convert a lot of them. So yeah, I don't know, like, if you do like ZEF units and Seed series, then you might want to save him up in hope that in the future they're gonna release more ZAF units, So that is that. Also, has a character skill that increases damage dealt to enemies by 20%. That is attack burst. So this is a non-limited character, so you can just pull him in any other banner. So I guess you don't really need to pull him right now and save him. Like, might as well just pull him later on when we really need him. Like once there are more ZEV units out there. Okay, so yeah, the Providence and the creuset, not really interesting. They are totally optional. So Kampfer, look at that, our beloved mass-produced unit. It's an attacker unit, shotgun EX, and feature comes equipped with a map weapon that provides a greater weapon power increase the higher its MP is up to 7% boost. Wow, I'm guessing that it can be increased further because this is a weapon effect. So it's another map attacker just like GP02A. So this is gonna be interesting, because this is a Xeon, right? This guy is a Xeon. So that means that if you do have both the GP02A and Kampfer, you can have both and deal a massive map attack AoE damage, So looking forward to see the size of this map weapon. I don't know, like I'm hoping it's kind of unique, and also the damage, hoping that it can at least, be comparable to the GP02A. Probably not, because based on the lore from the movie, like GP02A is shooting a nuclear, while this guy, I don't think he has a nuclear. So yeah, it's also equipped with an EX weapon that provides a greater weapon power increases the closer the enemy is. So he is a melee unit, okay? I don't know. Yeah, looking at this EX weapon, I'm guessing that this is gonna be a melee unit. So the pilots should have a higher melee stats. So this is also can be used in Grand Offensive and has a boost eligible series and tags. So gonna help you a lot in the Grand Offensive later on. And Mikhail Kaminsky, look at that, the pilot for the Kampfer. An attacker pilot has an ability that increases on range by 20%, and another ability that when pilot a unit with the Xeon tech increases the damage dealt to enemies by 15% and reduces own damage taken by 15%. Isn't that the affinity tag? Why do they even mention the affinity tag? Like everybody has this affinity tag if you don't have a double chance step. So is this guy normal? Is this guy a very normal pilot? Like there is nothing special about this guy, so they need to mention this thing. Also has a character skill that increases MP by 6, so that is good. Like if he has an MP up skill, then it's really great, like it's gonna be a really strong Xeon pilot, because if you have MP up abilities and also MP up skill, then from the very beginning he gonna use that skill and get a supercharge. So he will be very good in clearing Eternal Road, because you can only have 3 turns most of the time to clear your mission in Eternal Road. So having supercharge from the very beginning is going to be very, very advantageous. But the thing is that aside from that, there's nothing really special, Like from here we can already be 100% sure that they have the Xeon tech. So you can use Mikhail to pilot other Xeon units like the Kaspal Gundam, the Big Sam, the GP02A. But looking at the unit, he might be a melee pilot. I don't know, like because you need to be closer to your enemy. Like the closer you are, the greater weapon power increase. And I don't think he is a new type. Like he shouldn't have high awaken stats. So maybe a melee Xeon pilot. Like it's about time, Like Gato is a very strong ranged Xeon pilot. Like among all of the other ranged pilot, like he is the best. So it's about time that we get a melee Xeon pilot, okay? If he really is a melee pilot, that means that we gonna have a really strong pilot to pilot the Blue Destiny Unit 2. And that unit is a melee, and a Xeon tech. Compared to the Blue Destiny 1, like the Blue Destiny 1 is really, really strong melee unit, but it is EFSF. So this guy will be able to pilot that one. I mean, like if you do aim to get this pilot, like if you're a free-to-play players and you only have zero limit break Kampfer, then it might be a really good idea to MLB and SP convert your Blue Destiny too. And also probably other Xeon melee units like the Dozel Zabizaku, and then who else? I think the Big Zam can also be considered. Like Big Zam's highest damage weapon is actually the kick, so it can also be considered a melee unit, but the map attack is range. So yeah, and probably some more. Let me take a look. Is there any other Xeon? This one. Let's see. Units. Xeon. Tech. Reset. Xeon. Okay. Is there a melee Xeon? Let me see. Xeon. Okay. And oh no, I cannot sort by melee. Dang it. Let's just use grid. Like Xeon. Okay. Let's just take a look. Not melee. Not melee. This one is quite some half melee. This is melee. And then oh yeah, prototype Kampfer. This is the prototype Kampfer. Hey. There's the Kampfer and there's the prototype Kampfer. Like if this is a melee, then it can be a really good, replacement for the actual Kampfer. Because this is one of those good units. Look at that. Attack 10%, and when HP is 75% or above, increase attack by another 15%. So SP converted MLB prototype Kampfer is actually a really good unit, piloted by Gato, because this is a range. This is a range unit, okay? So there is this one. Yeah, this one is the melee one. So Xeon melee, really great with the exam system. The closer you are to the enemy, greater weapon power increase. Okay. And then Ifrit. Is this a good one? Yeah, this is actually quite okay. Like he has both. No, actually his range weapon has higher weapon effect level. So this is more like a range one. Oh, the Goof. Yeah. I totally forgot about this guy. Yes, the Goof. So this is a really strong melee unit because it has a critical damage level 5. So if a Mikhail comes with critical boost, that means that he is perfect for piloting this guy. Look at that. Yeah. But only if you manage to, have him at 25% HP or below, okay? So, who else? Gian? No. Yeah, that's it. There's nothing else that is, worth mentioning. So yeah, those are the options. Not really that excited, but that is also like, if this pilot really is a melee pilot, because just based on this EX weapon, but I don't know. It might be that he is a range pilot, but with this, like we know, there are some cases where the unit says that the further you are from the enemy, the greater weapon damage increase, but that unit is a melee. I think the case for that is the Banshee. Yeah. The Banshee SSR has that kind of weapon effect. It's a melee, but you need to be further away from your enemy, or the other way around. I think it's the other way around. It's a range, but you need to be closer to your enemy to deal higher damage. So just like this one, if it really comes out like that, this is a ranged weapon that deals higher damage when you attack closer to your enemy, and this is a ranged pilot, then he sucks. I mean, like, the pilot better off just pilot other unit, because if you pilot a unit that is, how to say, like uses a range stats but you need to be in melee range, I think not really actually. Yeah, is kind of like weird, like you can attack from range but you need to be closer to your enemy. I mean, it's unique, but I prefer to attack my enemy from further away instead of getting close and personal. So if you really get close and personal, like I rather just use a melee weapon, like and a melee, an actual melee unit and an actual melee pilot instead of a ranged pilot who needs to attack at close range. No, actually, it's not really that problem, but it's just weird. It's just weird. But if it really is a range, it uses a range. It's a range pilot. This guy, then that means that he is no different with Gato. Okay, so if you already have Gato, then you don't really need this guy, except unless you want the MP up. Other than that, then if you don't have Gato yet, then he will be a really good replacement for Gato, a range Zeon pilot, to pilot the Casval Gundam, to pilot the Big Zam, and yeah, because there are a lot of units that uses range stats. Okay, so next we have Multi-Azrael and Dominion rival tag. Oh, I was hoping that he might boost the Seed tag or the Zev tag, but apparently he has a rival tag. All stats increased by 25%, so this is normal. Also a support skill that restores the HP of allies within range, so this is nice. He is going to be a really good addition for the next Master League, because the next Master League is Rival and Lightning Fast tag. So this one also comes with HP heal, so it's going to be really strong in PvP. So yeah, if you do want to aim for the supportership here, I think this banner, the interesting one from this banner is just the Mikhail and the supporter, okay? Those two. The rest is so-so. I mean, like, even though this has a map weapon that deals high damage, but if you are at 0 limit break, then you won't deal that high damage anyway, you know? So the most interesting thing about this thing is that if you have the AoE the size of the GP02A, then it's going to be strong. But I don't know, we just gotta have to see, okay, like what is this thing about. Oh, there's also a small chance that this is a snipe. Yeah, there might be. If this is a snipe map weapon, then I will definitely gonna pull for this banner, okay? Because I've been looking forward to a snipe map weapon that deal high damage, because as always, map weapon is unblockable, unsupport defendable, unavoidable, and uncounterable. You know, like if you fight against enemies with four tank, like 4 durability units and 1 attacker, in normal situation you cannot kill that attacker. But if you have a snipe map weapon, nothing can stop you. You can kill that attacker. Okay. The only way you can kill that attacker is by using counter attack or a snipe map attack. Okay, so that is that. Yeah, if it comes with a snipe map attack, this is going to be really interesting. It's going to be really strong, especially in PvP. You know, a snipe map weapon is insanely strong in PvP. So yeah, looking forward to this banner. We're gonna see this banner in tomorrow, I guess. Yeah. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. So bye bye.